tell me, looking around the room and looking at the group that you're going to be hypnotizing, why don't you tell me how do you think it's going to work on this group?
I think it's going to be great. I think we've got some great subjects here.
It's an interesting mix, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What makes a good subject?
Actually, just the ability to be open, non-judgmental. I bet you guys all learned that on the Howard Stern show. So I think one of the most important things is to be non-judgmental. Don't judge what you get. Just say it. Be spontaneous. I think everybody's probably pretty skilled at being spontaneous around here. So I think that's going to be good for the regression.
So now, why are you doing this hypnotism act on the Howard Stern show today?
I'm doing this to promote my books. I've written a couple of books called Echoes from the Battlefield and Echoes from the Medieval Halls. And what I did is a study about motivation, why people do what they do. I took Civil War reenactors and I regressed them back to past lifetimes. And it showed that that's why they're doing this hobby, because of their past lives.
Is there any sort of indication of what their past lives might be beforehand? Like, could you look at Nicole, like, let's say, and try to figure out what her past life is beforehand?
There are some clues that you can look at, or things that people know about themselves that they can figure out probably what they have been in a past life. Certain interests in hobbies or fascinations or obsessions. Working out, for example. Maybe there's something to that. Why are you interested in bodybuilding? So there might be a correlation in a past life. Why are certain people interested in certain things? Geography. Why are certain people drawn to certain places? Certain music. Why does Howard Stern have long hair? Why do we do these things? Okay, a little bit about hypnosis. Hypnosis is just quieting the conscious mind a little bit so the subconscious can bubble up. You're not going to totally get rid of your conscious mind. It's still going to be there. You can't do anything you wouldn't really want to do anyway, okay? I say everybody is hypnotized. When you're driving in a car and you zone out, you're in hypnosis, okay? A past life regression is very similar to going to a movie, being totally engrossed in that movie, but at times you're still aware that you're here. So you'll be aware, when you're in the movie, you're totally engrossed in that movie, but you're still aware that you're eating popcorn in your seat at some points. So if you're aware that you're sitting here, but you're still having some memories, that's okay, that's normal. Another thing is that you'll probably think you aren't hypnotized. You'll say, I don't think I was hypnotized. The thing is, hypnosis is so natural that it feels like that. So if you feel like that, or don't worry about it, just go with the flow, just go with it. Now I'm going to come around and take your wrist and pick up your wrist and just allow your wrist to be loose and limp. Don't assist me. As I pick up your wrist, I'll come around one at a time. Don't assist me as I lift up your arm. Good. And then I'm just going to allow it to drop. Just allow it to drop like a ton of bricks. Good. Deeper, deeper, down. Down, okay? I'm going to pick up your wrist. Don't help me. Okay. And now just let it fall like a ton of bricks. Good. Excellent. One more time. Let it fall like a ton of bricks. Good. One more time. Good. Okay, thank you. All right. Picking up your wrist now. Just allow it. Let me help you. Good. Let it fall like a ton of bricks. Good. One more time. Excellent. One more time. Excellent. Okay. Picking up your wrist, just allow it to fall like a ton of bricks. Good. And let it fall. Good. Excellent. One more time. Good. Good. Excellent. Picking up your wrist, just don't help me. Good. Allow it to fall like a ton of bricks. Excellent. One more time. Excellent. Good. Okay. Okay.
I do want to get to our next guest because I hear this is fascinating. She's written a book. Her name is Barbara Lane. Why don't we bring in Barbara and all the guys?
She's written a book on hypnosis?
Barbara Lane's written 2 books, Echoes from the Battlefields and Echoes from the Medieval Halls.
I see.
Her expertise is hypnotizing people and finding out what they were in their past lives. I said, well, I've got some great subjects for you. I've got Elephant Boy. There he is, wearing his Howard Rule shirt. I've got Nicole Bass, the world's largest bodybuilder.
There she is.
There's Doug, who we know is very hypnotizable. He's our producer from the E! Show. Here's Crackhead Bob and Steve Garillo, who is hardly with our show anymore. He's leaving to go to Los Angeles to become an actor, a great actor.
Is he really doing this?
Yeah. Oh, he's really doing it. Nicole is dressed very feminine today. Very beautiful dress. Congratulations on your beautiful dress. All of them have been hypnotized because of time by Barbara Lane.
Is it okay to say that in front of them?
Oh, yeah, don't make a difference. They're all completely out of it. Let me just say that also Barbara Lane is a very attractive woman. I noticed her in the halls.
Thank
and
you.
Tall, slim woman.
I was giving her the once over, to be
Yeah,
honest
were
with you.
you?
Oh, yeah.
Well, maybe I'll
You wanna be
hypnotize you.
hypnotized. You are hypnotized.
Yeah, hi, Barbara.
Well, hi, Howard.
Okay, now you
Hi,
wrote
Robin.
2 books, and the books are based on, you found out about the Civil War by hypnotizing people and going, can we talk about all this in front of our people?
We sure can.
Okay, and all of these people have been pre-hypnotized, and you went back already and started to find out who they were in previous lives.
Yes, in fact, I can tell you some pretty interesting stories.
Oh, good. Now,
Really?
Absolutely.
We're actually other people.
So, Barbara, when you write these books, in other words, you went back and found out about the Civil War by hypnotizing people.
It's a great way to learn about history.
Wow, and they
And-
really know details that they previously didn't know before.
Absolutely.
And you check the facts, and it turns out that what they're saying is close to history?
Absolutely. In fact, I went to the archives and tracked down some potential matches.
So you believe in past lives. There's no doubt in your mind.
Well, I was raised in a pretty conservative background. I never heard about it before, but I would say that it's a pretty good possibility.
Crackhead Bob, do you know anything about the Civil War?
Oh, not that, but when I was okay, and my mother and daughter was not married. It was married and then not married.
All right. Is that a yes or a no? Do you know anything about the Civil War?
No.
No. Okay.
Where was he going?
And doesn't make
He
a
was
difference.
talking about his life that we did a little earlier.
oh.
Oh, I see. Okay. Well, you're going to take them back down into the estate, and we're going to talk about their previous life. Nicole Bass, did you know that you lived a past life? Did you have any idea?
I had no idea.
Are you wearing lipstick and eyeshadow and
I
stuff?
have lipstick and
You trying to look more feminine?
trying.
Right.
Very hard.
Right. Okay. Elephant Boy, what about you? Were you aware of the Civil War at all? Did you study the Civil War
In school,
in school?
yeah.
Are you someone who believed in past lives?
No.
You did not. Are you starting to believe now?
I still have questions,
Well, we have questions too. Like, what did you just say?
And what about Doug? He's supposed to be the normal one on the panel.
Doug, you're our producer from the E! Show. You've been hypnotized before. We know you're very hypnotizable. I've been told that you went very deep.
Wow.
And, yeah, last time you were hypnotized, in fact, you came on to Robin and called her your chocolate cake. Is that not true?
Don't take it that deep anymore.
Yeah, it's scary.
Howard, Doug said he was hypnotized once when he wasn't on the show and he cried.
You did cry.
What were you crying
That
about?
was the last time.
That he's so gullible.
That was the last time I did that.
Isn't it true, Barbara, that the stupider you are, the deeper you go?
Absolutely. No. I meant to say that actually it's the intelligent people who can
All
be
right.
hypnotized. Because you
Is
have to
that right?
you do have to concentrate
Yeah.
a little
Well,
bit.
you got a smart group here.
You sure do. Between them, I don't think we have a 90 IQ. And what about Steve Grillo? Do you have any expertise in the Civil War? Any expertise on anything?
All I can think is, like, I got out of it. Somehow or another, I didn't go.
You didn't go to the
Either-
Civil War?
Either somebody I knew or somebody that I didn't want to go.
All right, I'm sick of you
What is
already.
he carrying
All right,
on
Barbara, can you put these? What do you do? Now you put them all under right now?
Right, and I didn't take them back to the Civil War like I
Right.
did in my book. I let them go back to
wherever.
whatever they wanted to, and they all had some pretty fascinating experiences. I don't know if you
Ooh,
want to hear
I
some of them
can't
now.
Well, let's do it right now. Let's
Okay.
have some fun. Maybe we'll start from left to right. Maybe we'll go with Elephant
Elephant
Boy
Boy
and then
first?
down. Do the other people have to all be under at the same time?
I can do either way. I can
All right,
put
let's
them all
do it.
under.
Let's put them all under and let's.
and then we can ask them some questions.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay, I'm going to count to 5, and I want you all to relax. Just take a couple deep breaths. 1, 2, close your eyes. 3, going deeper. 4, the count of 5, you'll be there, right back where you were before. And 5, I can put my hand on your shoulder now.
Ah, this is great. Now, that'll be Steve, right? Mm-hmm. Put that microphone in front of Steve so we can talk to him. And what do I do, Barbara? Can I ask him questions?
You can ask him questions, or if you want me to, I can. Either
Go ahead.
way.
Why don't you start?
All right.
All right.
Okay, Steve. I want you to go back to that lifetime. At the count of 5, you'll be there, going back to a significant event in that lifetime. Vivid impressions coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Just allow those vivid impressions to bubble up. And tell me, what are you wearing?
I got some, like, really nice, like, wool dress pants on.
Okay, what about your shirt? Are you wearing a shirt or?
Yeah, I guess it's sort of like a jacket to match.
What year is it?
It's like sometime like in the 1800s.
Okay.
And what is your name?
I think it's like Chris or something, Christopher.
Christopher. And what is your job?
That's kind of sketchy because I think I just got a new job. Like,
You got a new job.
Not that I just was rewarded with another job.
You?
Yeah.
Rewarded why?
Because I work so much. Like this person went and said, okay, you can get. I was given a job. Like I was given some like new job that people are like kind of pissed that I got.
He's as inarticulate in his previous life as he is in this one.
Some things don't change.
So you have a responsible job? You making a lot of money?
Now I am.
Yeah.
But that's why people are kind of pissed off at me.
They're jealous.
Yeah.
You have
Who's
a wife?
pissed off at you?
No, I just like people because there's not a lot of money around, and now I'm making some money, and you know I can eat and get clothes and nice clothes, and
And where are you living in? What part of the country?
it's America. It's undeveloped. It's just like a lot of small houses with chimneys and smoke, and
Really?
sort of like a little town, and a lot of like dirt on the floor, a lot of mud.
And you don't know what you do exactly.
I don't know. I work for some like.
Maybe you get me breakfast.
Is there a Howard Stern there?
No, but
Thank
I gotta support my family.
I see.
So
When I tap you on the forehead, you'll get some more clarity on what it is you do.
And what do you do for a living?
Right now, I think I'm working in the stables.
Stables?
Yeah,
So you're telling me in a previous life you worked in a stable? I believe it.
I guess so.
And that was a step up. That was a
But
reward.
no. That's where I started.
Oh, you started, and now what are you doing?
I'm not outside anymore. I'm in the house.
Ah.
Oh.
Are you white?
Yeah.
Really? Who's the president?
I think it's Abraham Lincoln.
Wow. Abraham Lincoln.
You think, though. Could have been another election.
Who did you vote for? Did you vote for Lincoln?
I didn't vote.
You didn't vote. Wait, too busy working?
Can care less.
How old
Really?
are you?
I think I'm 19.
Aren't you nervous about the Civil War? Aren't you going to have to go fight?
I don't want to go.
You don't want to go.
Not going.
How will you get out of it?
I don't know.
Are you on the side of the North or the South?
I'm in the North.
How do you feel about the slaves?
I think it's wrong.
You do think it's wrong.
I think it's wrong to kill people too.
You do.
Ah, so you're opposed to war and slavery.
Oh, he's just a coward. Yeah. All
wanna
right,
lose
thank you.
my
Wow,
family.
this is fascinating. Hey, don't you think these people should take their headphones off so they don't get distracted by our voices? Or do you think it's okay to wear headphones? I'm asking you.
Yeah, actually, it would probably be better if they
Yeah,
did.
I think so.
And you know that you two have a new profession because you can see that now you can be regression therapists. Look how good you are.
Yeah, we really helped him. We ridiculed him even in his previous
Even
life.
in his previous life.
Right. All right, the next person up is Crackhead Bob.
All right.
One can only wonder what Crackhead Bob was in a previous life.
Okay, Bob.
I know whoever Nicole Bass was, it must have been scary.
We can't wait to get to her.
Counting to 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going to put my hand on your shoulder here. Going deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Going deeper and deeper.
He's really out of it, isn't he, Barbara?
He is.
He looks like he
Yeah.
needed a good sleep.
Yeah, I mean, this guy, he's completely gone. Wait till you see this on TV.
And at the count of 5 now, Bob, taking you back to that lifetime, Vivid details coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You're now there. Just allow vivid details to come in. Allow those impressions to bubble up. Okay. Can you tell us what you're wearing, Bob?
I was.
Whatever he's wearing.
My dad. I mean.
On your legs. Is it long pants or pants? Okay.
I think he's Frankenstein in a previous
I
life.
think he's
And-
Steve Grillo.
Yeah.
What about your top?
Top toe.
Top toe?
Yeah, toe.
That toe.
Yeah, he's out on the top.
Let me question him, Barbara. All right. What is your job?
I type.
What?
I type.
You type?
You fight?
You fight?
Yeah.
You fight
Are
with
you
a gun?
soldier?
You're a soldier?
Soldier.
Yeah.
What are you fighting a war?
I think he's fighting a dinosaur.
What? Fighting a dinosaur with a gun?
It was that crack in the 1800s.
Are you fighting a war?
Are you fighting a war?
Yes.
You
what
are.
war is it?
What war are you fighting?
Civil War.
Civil War?
Yeah.
Civil War. It's Civil War.
You don't need to know the name. He's fighting with his tongue.
It's a war going on in his mouth.
And are you married?
No.
Are you on the side of the North or the South?
South.
You're on the South.
Yeah.
Do you have slaves?
Slaves.
You have slaves.
Slaves. Yeah.
You own a plantation?
Do you own a plantation?
No.
Are you for slavery?
No.
You're against slavery.
No.
You're for slavery. Are you for slavery?
No.
Are you against slavery?
Yes.
You are. Do
But
you
why
whip?
are you fighting for the South?
Then why are you fighting for the South if you believe in if you're against slavery?
Because I want. Because I can't. That's all wrong. That's all wrong.
It's all wrong.
Yes.
You're
What's
wrong.
wrong?
What is wrong?
Slavery.
Slavery. So
Slavery is wrong, but you're on the wrong side. You're on the South.
again, he's confused.
He is so screwed up. Get that microphone closer. The other one closer to
Are
his
you
mic.
from the South, Bob?
Yes.
Okay.
Where do you live in the South?
In Thailand.
Wisconsin?
No. In Thailand.
Thailand?
Thailand?
No.
Where? In Thailand?
No.
Where?
In town?
In town.
In town. He
In
lives
town.
in a town.
He lives in a town.
What
Well,
is the town called?
Uh-oh. What is the town called?
Oh boy, it's a tough one.
Okay. When I put my
What-
hand on your shoulder, you'll know. Details are sometimes hard.
I bet, especially if you're crackhead Bob.
Yeah, details in this life are hard.
The English language is hard, Barbara. What town did you live in?
At the little town.
Little
a
town?
little town?
Yeah,
Yes.
little town. Do you get girls in that town?
No.
No. You're a virgin?
No.
No.
Are you married?
No.
Are you a homosexual?
No.
Did you have sex with animals in this town?
No.
You
Have
did
you
not.
ever met anybody famous?
Did you meet anyone famous?
No.
Who was the president?
That's it.
Tinkin? Tinkin. All right. Let's go on to the next person because he's making me sick.
Okay.
There he is. Crackhead Bob in a former life was a soldier. Steve Gorillo was a manure
A
shoveler,
stable boy.
a stable boy. And that was a step up.
You know, Howard,
Yeah.
I noticed that Crackhead Bob and Gorilla were on opposing sides.
Yeah.
I don't know what side Crackhead Bob
interesting.
was on. He seems so confused.
Well, Gorilla was too much of a coward to fight.
But
Crackhead, Bob, did you kill anyone in the war?
Yes.
How many men?
All.
All
the
men.
men. Where
Anyone.
were you? At Gettysburg?
Are you a great warrior?
Yes.
Are you a grunt soldier or are you a leader?
Are you a grunt or
Leader.
you're a leader? What is your title in the army?
We're gonna
What?
all we're gonna fight all the time.
Fight all the time.
Were you a general?
Or a lieutenant? Were you a general?
General.
General who? What was your name?
General.
Confusion.
General.
General
Could
what?
he be Robert E. Lee?
Are you General Lee?
General.
Generally, are you insane? Or just some of the time? Are you General Lee?
Yes.
You are.
Yes.
I thought so. I recognized your manner of speech. And General Lee, didn't you ever have a brother named Robert Dope E? You don't know. All right, General Lee, thank you.
Now, normally,
Yes.
for the
Can
most
you believe
part,
Crackhead Bob was
Was
General
General
Lee?
Lee-
well, for the most part, we're not famous people.
Right.
And, it's possible he fought under Robert E. Lee and he
Right.
heard the name.
Uh-huh.
So that's a distinct possibility.
Yeah, I'll say. Boy, Barbara, this is amazing.
It's
We
pretty
found Robert
fascinating.
E. Lee.
It's a
We're with Robert E. Lee. Who knew Crackhead Bob was Robert E. Lee?
No wonder they lost.
Wow. No wonder they lost.
it's an interesting way to learn about history. At least we know it's not the
General Lee,
congressional records.
was it difficult for you to lose the war? General Lee, was it difficult for you to lose the war?
Yes.
Yes. What cost you the war? Where did you go wrong?
Because I was fighting, and all of a sudden, I was dead.
You were dead.
I was dead.
Oh. How'd that happen?
Was it hard for you to surrender?
No. I died until I die.
All
He
right.
fought until he died.
Right.
Wow.
Wow.
Different Robert E. Lee.
Yeah.
Could have been
All right.
the same name.
Let's go to General Doug Goodstein. Doug is the producer of our E! Show, and let's put him into the trance. Are we ready to go ahead, Barbara?
We are ready.
Go
I'm going to
ahead.
count to 5. 1, getting relaxed.
Can't believe
2,
Crackhead Bob was
General Lee.
General Lee. That's fascinating.
3. At the count of 5, you'll be back there, and you can go back to that lifetime.
I bet you Goodstein was a
That other
caveman.
lifetime we talked
I'd
about.
like to see
3,
Uh.
4, and 5. I'm putting my hand on your shoulder now.
Doug, are you remembering your past life?
Getting relaxed.
Relax. Do you remember who you were?
Mm-hmm.
Who were you?
My name is Nathan.
Nathan?
Mm-hmm.
And what do you,
Blacksmith in
you're a
Poland.
blacksmith?
In Poland.
In Poland. What year is it?
1939.
1939. Do you speak Polish? You do not.
But you had a tough time.
No wonder they didn't like you over there. Did you have a wife?
No.
You do not. And you are a blacksmith in Poland. Do you know the year?
1939.
1939.
September.
I'm
Late
wondering,
September.
Yeah.
is Nathan Jewish, and what happened with him and Hitler?
Nathan, are you Jewish?
Mhm.
You are. And what happened with Hitler?
Well, it's right around the time when the German forces are taking over Poland,
Yes.
and they actually throw me out of my. They get all the Polish people together and
All the Jews?
Yeah.
Yes.
And they take over the land of Poland, and they take over the country.
Do you know your last name, Nathan?
Stalensky.
Stalensky. Nathan Stalensky. And what happened? They took you to a concentration camp?
No, I didn't make it to the concentration camps. I actually was taken into the street with a whole bunch of other people, and I fought back. I talked back, and next thing I know, I was unconscious because I got smacked over the head with a gun, and I was pretty much left to die.
And did you live past that, or you died?
They left me there for dead, I guess, but I wasn't dead.
All right. And did you like bowling?
Oh, stop it.
No.
You did
I
not.
got to find out. You weren't dead.
How many Polacks do you know don't like bowling? Did you like kielbasa? Did you enjoy that? No, you did not.
But now you're left for dead, but you survived?
You left for dead, and you survived. How did you survive?
They left me for dead, and I guess they thought I was dead, and I woke up, and
Where were
the
you?
streets were in the streets of Poland in
Right.
Warsaw.
In Warsaw.
And did you get out, or what happened
yeah, how
to
did you? So what happened to you after that?
I woke. I don't know how much longer after I was knocked out, and the streets were empty, and I guess the troops and the Polish people were moved on, and I just was right by my apartment.
And they never bothered you again?
No.
Wow.
You went back to work?
Isn't that amazing? Did the Germans tell a lot of Polak jokes?
I don't remember.
No, you don't remember.
Did you live in fear all that time?
Were you fearful of the
Yeah.
Germans? You were.
Well, I never really recovered from my
You didn't.
my injury. My
Oh, so you were like,
You probably sounded a lot like Crackhead Bob when you got hit. Did
so
they
you
kill?
were incapacitated.
Did they kill your family?
I was living with my sister in the apartment that I was in, and when I returned, she was gone.
I never saw her again. Wow, fascinating story.
And you know, it was very interesting because he was telling me earlier that when he went back to this one of the scenes where he was hit over the head with a rifle, he said that he was spinning so much that he had to hang on to the chair. He said if he would have been standing, he would have had to fall down. He felt the spinning sensation.
I wonder why Doug's always Jewish in previous lives.
I don't know.
Howard, I just have to ask Doug a quick question. Do you remember your sister's name?
Jenny.
Jenny? Jenny, what was the last name again?
Walensky?
Jenny Walensky?
Stalinsky?
Stalinsky? Did you have sex with your sister?
No, that I didn't do.
Are you willing to take a lie detector test? Did your sister look like Nicole Bass? All right. Thank you. Thank you, Nathan. All right, let us move on to Nicole Bass, the world's largest female bodybuilder.
Okay, Nicole. Here we go. She's a great subject, by the way. Counting to 5.
Nicole is quite a mystery to me.
This is going to be pretty interesting.
You want to know something? I'm not even interested in Nicole's previous life. I'm interested in this one.
Well, you'll be interested in the one she went to because it's very unusual.
All right, let's find out.
Okay,
Yeah.
going back. 1, 2, relaxing deeply. 3, at the count of 5, you'll be there. 4 and 5. So I put my hand on your shoulder now.
Nicole?
Yeah.
Were you a woman in a previous life?
Yes.
Are you a woman now?
Yes.
You are. May I see your vagina? All right.
You had your opportunity.
Who were you in this previous life?
I'm a woman. I see a lot of rolling hills.
Yes.
and trees, and I'm up early in the morning.
Is your name Godzilla? And you say you're a woman?
Yes.
How do your
Now,
testicles
where
feel?
are these rolling hills? Come on, where are the rolling hills?
Where are the rolling hills?
England.
England. Oh, you're an English woman. And are you a big...
Before time.
It's before time?
It's like it's not a time period. Like I can't put a time frame on it.
Well, what are you wearing?
Are you wearing just cave outfits? Are you an early woman? Are you Cro-Magnon woman?
No, it's like a utopian society.
Hmm. You know, I've read of a utopian society in England.
Yeah, Stonehenge.
Stonehenge. Is this Stonehenge?
I just see trees and rolling hills
Yeah.
and a lot of horses.
Are you married? Do you put out?
No.
No, you don't know? You don't know. And what do you do for a living? Do you know? How do you make money?
We all function as a group.
Oh.
I'm up very early in the morning just playing with the horses.
Are you very beautiful?
Yes.
You are?
Supple.
Are you a little more feminine looking than you are in your present form?
Still muscular.
You are. You have a lot of muscle. Did you have sex with the horses?
No, that was Queen Guinevere.
I see. Is there a queen and a king?
No.
No. No.
Some things never change.
Barbara, what's your guess here? Are we at a very early time in the in England's history?
Well, I'd say that this.
It's not necessarily England. It just when I was in England, it reminds me.
Probably the rolling hills, maybe.
The rolling hills?
From what?
So much green.
Are you wearing a bra today?
Yes.
You are. Is that really necessary?
If you have breasts, it is.
I don't know what those are.
Well, Nicole said something interesting before. In fact, Nicole, you
Yes.
might want to talk about the what you're saying about the utopian society and how.
Yeah, I'm curious about the utopian society. Nicole, what do you use for toilet paper? Like, how do you wipe back then?
I didn't go. I don't know. I didn't think about it.
Nathan, what about you in Poland? What did you use?
Toilet paper.
You used toilet paper? They had that in Poland? Really? Oh, it was 1943.
That's before communism.
Yeah. Nicole, what do you use? Your hand?
Probably leaves.
Leaves from the trees?
Yes.
All right. Mm-hmm. And how many times a day do you move your bowels?
Then or now?
Then.
Oh.
What's your favorite food back then?
Meat.
Meat. You like meat?
Now, where do you find the meat?
Yeah, what do? Do you kill your own meat?
I see a pig roasting on the fire.
Oh, you do? Oh, you like that? Nice pig. Do you have your period?
Once a month.
You do. And what do you use for a tampon back in those days? Are there tampons?
There are none.
You go to the stream.
You go to the stream?
Yeah.
You're in the stream with your period? I see. Do you ever use a chipmunk? Do you have a name?
No, nobody has names.
You just grunt?
No.
Do you have a
There is language.
I didn't. I don't.
They don't call you anything?
Cutie.
I
All right, go back into your trance, you maniac. All right, there you go. I never heard of him. Wow, Barbara, he was early man.
Very early. The missing link, that's what we said.
We found the missing link. And General Lee.
General Lee, the
Cro-Magnon.
missing link.
What a history lesson. Wow, Barbara, I got to buy your book.
Well, you
Now-
got to admit this isn't the congressional records here, is it?
No, it isn't, Barbara.
No, we can't look up Nicole's life.
We're here with Barbara Lane. She has hypnotized Steve Gorello, Crackhead Bob, Doug Goodstein, Nicole Bass, and now the pièce de résistance,
Elephant boy.
Elephant Boy.
Oh, boy.
Some call him Elephant Boy. But what was he called in a past life, I wonder?
Okay, here
If
we
he was
go.
Jesus, I'm jumping out the window.
Okay, counting to 5. 1, 2, going deeper. 3, at the count of 5, you'll be there. 4,
I'm digging Barbara big
and
time.
5.
I'd like to do you, Barbara. Well, I know in a past life I must have had sex with you.
You're feeling it.
Elephant Boy, you there?
Yes.
Well, what year is it?
The turn of the century.
Mm-hmm. And where are you?
I'm in a small town outside of Chicago.
I see. And what do you do for a living?
I own a general merchandise store.
What does he own, Robin?
A general merchandise store.
A general merchant? So you're a merchant?
Yes.
You married?
What is your name?
Yes.
And what is your name?
My name is Clement Lewiston.
Clement Lewiston.
Yes.
Are you gay?
No.
Do you sleep with women or men?
Which do you sleep with, men or women?
I think you said you were married, didn't you?
Yeah.
No, you are. Do you ever have any guys on the side?
No.
You do not. I know in your present life there's been some confusion. Does Al Capone ever visit you in Chicago and try to sleep with you? And what do you like to do for fun in Chicago? What is a good time to you?
I spend my days working at the store and the evenings with my family.
You're a good family man, aren't you?
Yes.
Are
And
you wealthy?
Are you a wealthy man? Can you make a good living at the store?
I am the richest person in town.
You're the
Uh-huh.
richest person in town.
Yes.
Do you go on to become very famous?
Are you well known in your town?
Yes.
And do you ever cheat on your wife?
No.
You do not. Your wife is very beautiful.
Howard, is this F.W. Woolworth?
Are you F.W. Woolworth?
No.
No, you are not.
Is he a rival of yours?
Do you like F.W. Woolworth, or are you angry at him?
I have no opinion.
You have no opinion on Woolworth.
How much money do you have?
Yeah. What kind of wealth do you have? Describe your assets.
Well, other than the bank, I do the most business.
You do the most. But Barbara, if we went back and looked for this guy's name, do you think we might find it in Chicago? Wouldn't
It's
that be
possible.
It is possible. It'd be amazing.
He says it's a small town outside of Chicago. What town do you live in, Clement?
Maple Ridge.
Maple Ridge,
Illinois.
Illinois.
Yes.
And
Wow.
what's your wife's name?
What is your wife's name?
Agnes.
Agnes. Wow. And is she a white broad?
Yes.
And back then they don't. The women don't shave, do they?
Oh.
Down there.
Probably not.
No. And when she takes off her panties, are you repulsed?
No.
You don't mind all that hair?
No.
Uh-huh. Did you ever ask your wife to shave?
That's ridiculous.
Ridiculous, I say.
It's ridiculous as you.
Yeah. It's a ridiculous thing an elephant boy got any money in any life.
He's the richest guy in town.
Now, did you ever So what do you do for fun? Did you ever do anything illegal in your past life?
No.
Ever been arrested?
No.
Are
Ever
you a
have
very
sex?
religious man?
Are you religious?
Very religious.
What religious? What religion are you?
Methodist.
Methodist. Are you a big man in the church?
But yes.
People look at you and respect you, don't they?
Yes.
Do you have servants?
Yes.
Are any of them black?
Yes.
They are. Any of them attractive?
I never look at them that way.
You don't look at them that way.
No.
You don't look at your servants sexually?
They are good workers.
Mm-hmm.
And you have a big mansion?
Yeah. Not size.
Nice sized mansion. Elephant boy. Mansion man.
Where do we vacation?
Yeah, do you ever go away on a vacation?
We went to Philadelphia once.
You did. And who is the president of the United States right now?
Roosevelt.
President Roosevelt.
1900?
Which one?
He said turn of the century. So confused.
Theodore.
He was around 1909, 1912.
Yeah, okay.
Do you have a car?
No.
No. You've ever seen a car?
No.
You haven't. You know you're boring in your previous life just like you are in this one?
You are born to me.
All right. This is fascinating.
Yes.
We learned today the following. Steve Gorilla was a loser in his previous life like he is in this
And
one.
he's a loser now.
Right. Crackhead Bob was a great Army general. Isn't that right, Crackhead Bob?
Yes.
And he fought until he died.
Killed in action.
You were killed in action?
Yes.
You know he's under, man.
Howard.
Yeah.
I just have to point something out to you.
Yeah.
In Crackhead Bob's present life,
Yeah.
maybe he shouldn't shave himself. Do you see all those gashes on the
Yeah,
side of his
I
head?
know. I thought those were Army wounds.
That was a wounds of war.
Did you shave yourself this morning, Bob?
Yes.
And did you cut yourself multiple times?
Just one time.
Did you ever think maybe you shouldn't be shaving yourself?
And then I gotta do it.
You got to do it.
You gotta
All
do.
right.
You gotta do.
Where are you buried, by the way?
In God.
In God?
Yes.
Okay.
In what?
In God. God Cemetery. Are you in Arlington?
Arlington.
Arlington, okay.
Oh, he couldn't be in Arlington.
Did you shave this morning on a roller coaster? And we learned that Doug Goodstein was a Jew. He's eternally a Jew in every life.
And this time in Poland.
In Poland, he was abused by the Nazis, and yet his sister was taken away and he was not.
You know, there's a book by a rabbi named Rabbi Gershom, and Rabbi Gershom believes that he has been a Jew in every lifetime.
He does? Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to take him and Doug Goodstein and lock them in a padded cell together. Nicole Bass, we learned that you were a very feminine woman in a previous life. Fairy tales do come true.
In fact, at one point, Howard, she mumbled that she's very supple.
Yeah, you are supple, is that correct?
Yes.
You have sexual partners, many?
Yes.
They take you because in those days, I imagine they can just bend you over a rock and take you. Is that correct?
It's a more advanced society than it is now.
It is.
Oh, like a utopian Atlantis kind of place?
And you are open to sex in that society?
Yes.
So many men have you?
I have many men.
You do. And when did they do this to you? At night? They come into your tent?
I go to their tent or they come to me.
They come to you. And you allow them to hop on and willy-nilly?
Never really thought about it.
Were you sexually abused?
No.
You were not.
And does she have children?
Do you have children?
I don't see an age there. There's no old or...
And which bathroom do you use, man or woman?
There are no bathrooms.
All right. You go right on the right in the lake?
Oh.
Make a big, powerful movement in the lake?
You know, I did think it was really interesting what Nicole was saying earlier, that when I progressed them all to their older years and their deaths, Nicole said that she couldn't relate to that there was no age.
Right.
That there was no old age, there was no death. And I thought, that's interesting. That's our concept now, but maybe it wasn't always a concept.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, we've learned today that Elephant
Well,
Boy...
let's see. How did Elephant Boy die?
Elephant Boy, how did you die?
Tuberculosis.
Huh?
Tuberculosis.
Tuberculosis? Wow.
And Doug, we know he
Yeah,
doesn't know anything after he got hit in the head.
Doug knows you're his chocolate cake. You still love Robin?
Sure.
You do? Do you call her your chocolate cake?
No.
You do not?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. You're over. Okay. All right.
And Steve Grillo, how did he die?
How did you die, Steve?
I died of some like stomach infection.
You did?
Yeah.
You made everyone sick.
How old were you?
I wasn't that old.
Right.
But I remember like being in bed, like crippled with pain and like messy.
Messy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have learned nothing, but it was fascinating. Barbara, this is fascinating. Where do you learn this hypnosis? I've got to get into this. I want to hypnotize chicks.
Hey, well, I'd be glad to hypnotize you.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a little
absolutely.
afraid.
You would go
Past
and let her
life?
hypnotize
I'm
you.
afraid to be hypnotized.
Now, what would
it.
Howard have been in his past life?
A mongoloid.
A monkey?
He was probably Genghis Khan.
I was Genghis Khan with a flatulence problem. I'm afraid of it, Robin. Are you afraid?
No.
I'm
What are you
afraid. Then why did you go get hypnotized?
I was hypnotized before. It
didn't work that good.
Well, it might not work that good on you.
I'm afraid.
Ah.
Can you
what are
hypnotize me
afraid
to make
of?
love to you if I go under and then I won't be accused of cheating?
Well,
It's very peaceful.
Just
being
let her.
hypnotized.
Oh.
What did you say, Nicole?
It's very peaceful.
You want to stay this way?
Forever.
Really?
but Howard, I've got to say that one of the things about knowing that you've been in a past life is that you have a very strong connection immediately, like love at first sight, which you had with your wife. So
Really?
chances are pretty strong that you've been with her in a past life.
Right,
Let's
right.
go find her.
I'd say very strong.
And you're complaining about 19 years.
Yeah.
Let's go find her and find out how long you've been with her.
Barbara, maybe we'll have to have you back sometime and then you'll hypnotize me.
It's a deal.
Robin, what do you think? Are there past lives?
No.
No? You say no?
If these are the past, these people can't even tell us anything.
You got an army general here. What's the matter with you?
Can I tell you?
Thank you, Barb. What is that, Doug?
It was so intense. I almost wanted to snap out of it when I felt myself getting hit over the head.
Yes.
So now you really
spinning.
believe this other life existed?
Yeah, obviously, I believe in hypnotism.
Yeah, I mean,
But,
Doug's like the most gullible guy around. So really, this is fascinating.
It was the most intense thing. I almost, if there wasn't an arm on the chair, I would have been on the floor.
Wow.
I was sweating. And
we found out, we hypnotized our general manager, Tom. We found out he was a fence post in a previous life. Anyway, thank you, Barbara, for coming in. And thanks to all our guests today. Elephant Boy, Nicole Bass, world's largest bodybuilder, Doug, Crackhead Bob, and Steve Grillo.
What's up?
Doug, how far in were you?
What do you mean, how far in was I?
How far deep into hypnosis were you?
Well, I was very deep. Otherwise, I wouldn't have been in there. Don't you think?
So, I mean, the story that you came out with, that you were this guy from Poland. I mean, do you think that's true? Now that you,
I don't know. The name, I didn't even think of the name. It's so weird. I'm gonna go back and I don't know if there's research or there's got to be a way to find a name. So I'm gonna go back and see if that was a real being in that time frame. And I don't know. It's fascinating. It's hard to explain because it's my experience now, but when she said to me, you know, go back to the event that changed your life, and it was me getting hit over the head. I mean, if you had a camera in there, and if I was on a chair without arms, I would have been on the floor. It was insane.
Well, if it was free to me, I can picture everything in my mind. So I don't know whether I have an active imagination or it did happen to me. I have no idea, but it was very interesting.
So why do you think that you weren't like a world leader or anything like that? Why do you think you were just emerging?
Who knows? Only a couple of people can become world leaders, famous, and most of the population have normal lives.
All right. So Fred, do you think that was true? Do you think this whole thing was true, or you just
who knows? Maybe if I go deeper with it, maybe I will find out more about it.
Barbara, what did you after doing this and after hypnotizing the guys and doing this thing on the air? I mean, what do you think of their reactions?
I think they did very well. It's a little bit difficult to do things on the air, but I think they did very, very well. They were good subjects. They were very flexible. They were very open, and I thought they did fine.
How close to reality do you think were their responses or answers?
I think for the most part they were close to reality. I think the General Robert E. Lee was a bit of a stretch, and I think sometimes when it has to do with a famous person, it could be that because they are the predominant person in history, that's what the person remembers. Maybe you don't even remember your own name because Robert E. Lee was one of the names of the time.
So you don't think Crackhead Bob was Robert E. Lee?
Probably not. But I think it's possible.
Yeah, come on.
It's possible. Anything's possible.